So what I'm going to show y'all what to do with cheap machetes. Best modification you can do. Most cheap machetes, anything under $30, is going to have short handles that are about 4 inches long, and it's going to be all blade. And so it's just going to be too blade heavy. And I don't like that, personally. I know some people say, oh, you're not strong enough to swing it. It has nothing to do with that. I like light, quick strikes with something, you know, just even for training. I prefer, so therefore I make all my machetes two-handed, and you can do them one-handed, but what you have to do is first strip the handle, so either bang it with something hard, a hammer, bang the pins out of the plastic handle, or you can just crack it with something strong. That's what I did with a hatchet. Crack the handle, strip it totally. Normally I base it with athletic tape, so this paracord sticks way better. I just take the insides, or if it's all black, I'll take the insides out and I'll use the actual paracord, and it will be flatter once you take the guts out. But in this case, I use the white guts to wrap the handle. So it gives it like that nice katana machete feel, you know, kind of like a cheap ghetto samurai sword. So it's cool. Now you can do it two-handed. It's real comfortable. You know, my strikes are way better with footwork. You know, you can slice really, I like it. You know, you can just come with downward strikes repetitively. You know, it's cool. And if you just cut and brush, you can just hold it. I like to use my ring finger right here where the old handle was. You can see that groove. I like to put it right there. And then that way, it's got a good balance. Now it's not just all blade heavy. I got a lot of handle, so now I can just, you know, cut my branches down, whatever, you know, trim things, you know, logs, tree branches, whatever. The only thing I'm disappointed in, the blade quality is actually good. For Home Depot, $20. This thing is made in Brazil. So these are fairly good, but the downside is this point is garbage. I got to use either a power tool or just really keep that rat tail file and keep hitting it really good, because this point, I'm not even feeling that at all. That's not good. It doesn't even start getting sharp till about right here. So about almost 2 inches into the blade. The belly is nice and sharp. I like the belly. The belly is good. And then all the way to the base, that's very sharp. So this is all sharp, and then it starts to dull about right there. You've got to really edge that. But all in all, it's cool. It's way more maneuverable now. Like I said, I'm not no pro sword fighter or none of that. I just like going out in the backyard, messing around, cutting shit up. So yeah, all in all, my best suggestion is any cheap machete, strip the handle, paracord wrap it, unless you got the money to buy a good quality light one, because me personally, machetes, I don't like heavy. I like light, like a Charade, which is going to be on my list eventually. A Decimate or a Priscilla Charade, 16-inch blade, nice. You can just get real good strikes. You can back up and you can stab and thrust with it, because this point is just not happening. But like I said, for $20 or under, you can make these very sharp, and they still can be lethal and still get yard work done and whatnot. So let me know what you think.